If you thought grocery prices were high before, brace yourself, because what's coming next will hit harder than anything we've seen in years. The CEO of Walmart has just issued a dire warning. Food prices aren't just rising, they're about to skyrocket in 2025. And this isn't a guess. This is coming straight from the top of the largest retailer in America, a company that directly shapes grocery prices for millions of households. Eggs, dairy, meat, grains, everything essential is about to surge in cost, and the reasons behind it are more alarming than you might think. We're not just dealing with inflation. A perfect storm is forming, crippling agricultural setbacks, aggressive new trade tariffs, and a supply chain that is being pushed to its breaking point. The system is buckling, and once prices take off, there's no turning back. The question is, are you prepared for what's coming? Because once this crisis unfolds, survival at the grocery store will look very different. Let's talk facts. Month after month, grocery bills are creeping higher, squeezing families nationwide. But what happens next won't be a slow increase. It will be a sudden and painful financial shock, one that many simply won't be ready for. Food prices have already surged by over 40% since 2020, and according to Walmart's CEO, we haven't seen the worst of it yet. 2025 is shaping up to be a breaking point, where grocery costs will jump to levels most Americans never imagined possible. And this isn't some distant theoretical issue, it's happening right now, with every trip to the store getting more painful on your wallet. The prices of processed foods, meat, dairy, and fresh produce are set to skyrocket. And this isn't just inflation. It's the result of a catastrophic mix of factors converging at the worst possible time. Declining agricultural production is slashing food supply, forcing prices to climb. New trade tariffs on essential imports will send costs through the roof. Ongoing supply chain disruptions are making it harder and more expensive to get food on store shelves. Despite what politicians say about inflation cooling down, grocery prices are not stabilizing. In fact, major retailers are already bracing for another wave of aggressive price hikes, preparing for what could be one of the most severe food cost crises in modern history. So let's be real. Are you prepared for what's coming? Because when Walmart's CEO personally sounds the alarm at a global financial conference, you know things are about to get much worse. Doug McMillon made it clear. Food inflation will not slow down in 2025. If anything, it's about to accelerate beyond control. And the biggest problem? The cost of raw materials is spiraling out of control. This means everything from your morning coffee to your daily essentials will continue to drain more and more of your hard-earned money. And once these price hikes hit full force, there's no going back. Egg prices have already surged by over 140% in some areas, and there's no sign of them slowing down. Dairy prices are climbing relentlessly as farmers face skyrocketing production costs, while meat shortages are becoming more frequent as feed prices push livestock farmers to their limits. And now, with new trade tariffs set to take effect, things are about to get even worse. Thousands of essential goods, especially imports from China and Mexico, will see massive price increases, hitting everything from fresh produce to pantry staples. By mid-2025, grocery bills across America could be 20 to 30% higher than they are today. For millions of families, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a financial crisis. Over 30% of American households are already struggling to put food on the table. Many are skipping meals, cutting back on essentials, and relying on food banks just to get by. So let's break this down. Fresh produce prices will keep climbing, putting healthy eating out of reach for more Americans. Packaged food companies are quietly reducing portion sizes while jacking up prices, giving you less for more. Meat and dairy shortages will push prices even higher. And if you think your morning coffee or favorite chocolate bar is safe, think again. Global supply chain issues are driving up costs across the board. This isn't just a temporary spike, this is the new reality. Walmart's CEO has made it clear. Food inflation isn't going anywhere. And what's coming next? It's going to hit even harder. The government keeps saying the economy is strong, but real Americans feel the pain every time they step into a grocery store. Prices aren't leveling off. They're climbing and fast. So ask yourself, what happens when food prices double? Will you be ready or will you be caught off guard? Because the time to prepare is now. Here's what you need to do before things spiral out of control. Start stockpiling essentials immediately. What seems affordable today could become a luxury in just a few months. Prices are only going one direction, and that's up. So securing your household's basic needs now is critical. Buy in bulk wherever possible. Costco, Sam's Club, or any store that still offers reasonable prices on bulk goods. Large volume purchases of flour, sugar, rice, beans, pasta, and cooking oil can provide a buffer against rising costs. If you see a discount, take advantage of it while you still can, because restocking at those prices may not happen again. If you have the space, start growing your own food. This is one of the most powerful ways to gain food security. Even a small backyard or balcony can support high-yield crops like tomatoes, potatoes, lettuce, and peppers. Consider raising small livestock like chickens for eggs or rabbits for a sustainable protein source. If you can produce even a fraction of your food supply, you'll be far less vulnerable to price spikes. Stockpile non-perishable foods strategically. Items like canned vegetables, dried meats, powdered milk, and freeze-dried meals have long shelf lives and will hold their value as food inflation worsens. These items won't just be useful for your own survival. They may also become essential for bartering if supply chain issues escalate. Don't ignore discount sections and clearance sales. Supermarkets often rotate stock, and smart shoppers can grab deep discounts on dry goods, frozen items, and household staples. The key is to be consistent. Check for markdowns regularly because even small savings today add up when prices continue climbing. Waiting is not an option. Every trip to the grocery store is already costing you more, and the reality is, it's only going to get worse. Those who prepare now will have security. Those who don't, they'll be at the mercy of whatever prices the market dictates. The time to act is now. Waiting is not an option. The signs are everywhere, and this crisis is already in motion. Walmart's CEO is sounding the alarm. Food prices will skyrocket in 2025. The only question is, will you be prepared? If you found this information valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Frugal Daily and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below. How are rising grocery prices affecting you? What are you doing to prepare? Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay ready, stay smart.